The Kresge Foundation's education team focuses on three key strategies: pathways to and through college, so helping more low-income and underrepresented students successfully make the transition into and through college. We also work with institutions that serve large numbers of the types of students we're interested in. So we do a lot of work with community colleges as well as minority-serving institutions. And then our third area has to do with technology and innovation in higher education, sort of figuring out how to improve the quality of higher education while ideally reducing the cost. So all of that wraps up to our overarching goal, which is to promote access and success in undergraduate education for underserved students. So everything that we do really is towards that end goal of helping more students be successful. Achieving the Dream, I think, is a very unique effort in higher education. We have never thought of it as just another grant program, but have really seen our role as helping to fund and steward a movement of people committed to community college student success. So I think in part that really makes Achieving the Dream stand out from a number of other efforts because the scale and scope of the number of people and the number of institutions that have been engaged in this work is really unprecedented. You know, to have this week at the DREAM conference, to have over 1,500 people all gathered together, all saying, we're not doing as good of a job promoting student success as we could, and we want to do better by our students. To come out to say that publicly, to look at their data, to be candid about their challenges, to be willing to learn from each other, that's incredibly powerful. And I think, to Achieving the Dream's credit, they have created a very safe and dynamic space for people all around the country who are committed to community college student success to come together, wrestle with these issues, share what they're learning, and really come up with solutions and institutional change models that are going to make our campuses more welcoming and successful places for students to go. So I really think it's an unprecedented effort with tremendous dynamism, passion, and commitment on the part of the people that participate, and it's just been really exciting for Kresge to be in a position to be able to support that with funds.
What are some qualities of leadership? You're touching on so many of the innovations and directions for colleges. What are some of the qualities that are needed for leadership to make this model propagate?
Mm-hmm. I think leadership is incredibly important for the Achieving the Dream model. The president is the one who sets the vision for the college and is able, ideally, to involve all different types of constituencies on campus in student success. So when he or she sets that North Star of student success and organizes everything else in the college around that, you can really see tremendous movement. So a leader who is focused, who is passionate, who keeps his or her eye on that prize and is able to work with the Board of Governors so that they understand their role, and they're also focused on student success and asking the right questions, holding the college accountable for a high level of success with students, being able to work on that side with the board, and then also being able to work with the faculty and staff to make sure that every person who comes onto that campus to work every day knows that at the end of the day, he or she's work is to, his or her work is to promote student success. So we're very lucky to have a huge number of very committed, passionate presidents in Achieving the Dream. I think those who have been most successful are those who have really set an agenda where student success permeates everything that they do. It helps with their strategic planning. It helps with their budgeting, where every single action is focused on what at the end of the day is going to make a difference for students. You can really feel that culture, and I think it's very hard to do this work without a committed president at the center of it. One of the things that the Kresge Foundation is very interested in is helping create a college-going culture in different communities. And although our work primarily just focuses on students right on the cusp of making that transition from high school to college and then supporting students once they're already in college, we definitely agree that it's very important to start much earlier in the pipeline and make sure that, as we know that they already do, that parents have those aspirations for their children, and that young kids from a very early age are in a mindset of aspiring to and planning for college. It takes many years before you walk in the door of a college. to get ready for that experience, both academically, socially, financially, through saving. So it's definitely something starting earlier rather than later is better. I think it's inspiring to see some examples of community colleges that really see their role not just internally directed towards focusing on the students that they already have on their campus, but externally within their community to help build that college-going culture, whether that is creating strong relationships with their local K through 12 districts, working with local superintendents and principals, arranging for faculty exchanges from the faculty members on their campus with local teachers in key areas like math and English at the high schools, promoting those types of exchanges, getting their name out in the community, welcoming students earlier in the pipeline onto campus for different types of academic and extracurricular events so that they begin to feel comfortable on the campus and can really imagine themselves actually making that transition. It's always really exciting to see community colleges that take an active role in building that culture, and those community colleges that actively build a culture of student success on their own campus when students hopefully do successfully make that transition, where you can walk onto a campus and that culture really permeates everything that you see, the signs that you see, the way the campus is cared for, what people talk about, how they greet you. It comes across very clearly when it's happening, and it's really a magical thing when a college has been able to create that. I did not actually know too much about community colleges until I was in graduate school and started working at the Lumina Foundation back in 2003. And right from the very beginning, I was really hooked to learn more about these institutions which have to be so many things to so many people, and for the most part do that so well. They really are unique entities in our society. They're asked to do so much, and they take it on, and they ask so much of the people that work there, and they take it on, and they all do it because they're all getting up in the morning focusing on helping people achieve their dreams. And as we know, getting a college degree is the best way to help people achieve those dreams. There's nothing like it in any other poverty alleviation program or any other strategy that can so significantly change the trajectory of someone's life as a college degree, and change the trajectory of their whole family's future. So to see these institutions, which are proverbially the gateways of opportunity in our society, I really do believe that. And although I don't get to interact with students and with faculty and administrators every day working at a foundation, I do really enjoy the chance to get out on campuses, hear from the folks doing this good work, hearing from students from the stories that they tell about the incredible obstacles that they have to overcome to stay enrolled in school and to keep pursuing those dreams. It's really inspiring and uplifting sector to work in. It's not easy. There are many challenges. We're not nearly as far along as we need to be as a nation in terms of educating really large numbers of people, especially those populations that have not been historically well served by higher education. But I think through efforts like Achieving the Dream and others, I really do think we're shining a light on this, that it is possible, we can get there, but we all have to focus on it, we have to commit public resources to it, and we have to keep our eyes on the prize of student success.